Welcome to Musing with Michele on Monday. Have you ever told someone you were going on a diet? Where were you going? To skinny, to healthy, and how were you going to get there? In a bit, I'm going to explain why dieting is like getting on an old roller coaster that can end in injury or never end at all. For now, for those that are just meeting me for the first time, let me introduce myself. Again, I'm Michele. I'm the CEO and founder of Make Healthy Fit, a holistic nutrition health coach. I'm also an award-winning author and a woman who conquered obesity, type 2 diabetes, and survived relationship trauma. Now I get the pleasure of helping other women develop the mindset that they need to conquer their wellness goals. And I do that by looking at how all areas of life are connected and affect the mind, the body, and the spirit. So before I share with you the whys that dieting can be harmful and then 3 tips of what you can do to move forward, let me define dieting for you. A diet or dieting is the food that people, animals, or communities habitually eat. So when you tell someone you're going on a diet, you're letting them know that whatever food you're going to choose from now on, that's what you're going to stick to the rest of your life. That's what you're telling them. And it's why diets fail, because many times people commit to very restrictive diets. And those are the things we're going to talk about next. So the first is calorie restriction. Counting calories is really old nutrition. And the reason for that is in modern nutrition, they've discovered that every food has a different nutrient density. So one food that has 70 calories, like an apple, is filled with fiber, filled with nutrients, and your body needs it. So when you eat it, it's working hard, your body's breaking down all of the nutrients and saying, yay, vitamins, yay, minerals. And you're actually burning a lot of those calories that you were eating. But if you're eating a piece of candy that is 70 calories and has absolutely no vitamins or minerals in it, then your body doesn't really know even what to do with that. It's not using your energy to burn it up. And so a lot of times, if your body doesn't know what to do with it, it's actually, going to try to excrete it as waste. And if those organs have been overburdened with too much waste over time, what's going to happen is it's going to store it as fat, especially if it's sugar. So also with calorie restriction, your body doesn't know the difference between a significantly decrease in the number of calories you're taking that's to lose weight, or if it's a life-threatening situation. And so what happens is your body thinks it's in starvation mode, and it starts to hang on to your weight. That's why a lot of people get plateaus, because your body says, oh my gosh, she's not eating enough. We better store this fat because we may need it use it for later. And then what happens is, say you basically get over all those plateaus and you lose your weight because you're doing, going to the gym and doing all this stuff to get skinny. But in the meanwhile, you're not really healthy. And so what happens is when you start to bring those foods back into your body hangs on to them and you gain weight back much quicker because your body's like, okay, we're going to hang on to this again. So extreme calorie restriction is harmful to your body. And remember that not all calories are equal. The second thing is that we eat a lot of processed foods. And those are foods that don't grow in the ground that way. The foods that are healthy for our bodies have vitamins and minerals. And the only foods you can get minerals from are plant-based foods, the ones that grow in the ground. That's where you get your zinc, your magnesium, and all of these have roles in your body. So if you're not eating plant-based foods like nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables, beans, your body's not getting the nourishment it needs, just like a vehicle wouldn't be getting gasoline for fuel. what we do in this country is we tend to eat too many foods that are in a box with a long list of, ingredients that we don't even understand. And so I want you to leave you with this. If those ingredients are unrecognizable to you, then they are unrecognizable to your body. In fact, your body doesn't know how to process them. So again, what they're doing is they're trying to filter them out through your kidneys, your liver, and all your detoxifying organs in your body, including your skin. And that's why some people break out with acne, because the food that they're eating is really toxic, and those toxins are trying to come out of your body, out of those ways. Over time, those start to wear down on your body. Your body's fighting for you. It's like a computer. In your gut, you've got an immune system here. You got your serotonin level, which is your feel-good hormone. And after a while, that immune system says, whoa, you're giving me all this junk. I don't know what's in that donut. There's some flour in there that doesn't have any fiber. It's just white poof. Candy that has no minerals, it has no vitamins. And so your body, you could be, staying within this calorie intake, but if you're not eating the right foods, you're not healthy. And the goal should always be healthy, because when you're healthy, weight loss doesn't become a really big issue. And yes, we're all going to fall off track at different times, and we're going to gain some weight back. We're going to go to parties and eat the donuts and eat the cakes. And that's the difference that I'm going to talk about next, is mindset. So first, calorie restriction is not good. Not all calories are created equal. And when you restrict your calorie intake too much, your body's going to hang on to that excess fat for a while. And then when you start to eat those things again after you're done dieting, you're going to pack on the pounds and then some. And then we talked about, of course, the processed foods versus the good whole foods that grow in the ground. And third is your mindset. When people go on a diet, they're always thinking about willpower. I have to have the willpower so I don't eat a cake. I can't go get ice cream. I can remember for years, going into homes and saying, oh, I can't have a piece of birthday cake. I'm on a diet. Well, guess what? My sugars were so high. Really high. They were going to put me on insulin. And I did not go to one birthday party and not eat a small piece of cake and a little bit of ice cream. I just didn't have the chips and the Doritos and second helpings and all of that. I never deprived myself. And in 2 years, I got off of 3 diabetic meds, reversed my insulin resistance, lost 115 pounds, and I didn't do it by starving myself, and I didn't do it by denying myself foods that I loved. What I learned is the mindset of moderation, and to put foods in our bodies that nourish our body instead of hurt them. I'm a diabetic. No, I'm not anymore. Actually, I reversed it. I almost forget sometimes. But guess what? I don't use one artificial sweetener because they're chemicals. And actually, aspartame, which is one of the worst, equal, things like that, has been known to cause a long list of problems, including seizures. Now, I'm not saying everything in moderation, because even alcohol is a chemical. Although my humor is that wine is made from grapes, and so I do give wine a little bit of permission, because there are some antioxidants in grapes and wines and fruits. So, I like my beer every once in a while. Of course I do. It's not about deprivation, but it's about being wise and knowing if I put too much alcohol in my body, and if I put these artificial sweeteners in my coffee and in my baking and everything that I'm using every day, they're chemicals that are going to clog up my liver, my kidneys, because your body can't use them for nourishment. You can go out on the internet and research all you want. There's so much controversial information out there about artificial sweeteners and artificial this and that. But let's use some common sense. Does it make sense to put soda in your car or water in your gas tank? Well, then it doesn't make any sense to put things in your body that don't make sense to your body either. So pick healthy. Don't pick dieting, pick learning. Just like a musician would have to go learn how to play the guitar, right? They may have to sit down. You see people playing the violin and they've got the little, stand in front of them and they turn the page to look at the notes. Well, guess what? They know how to play that instrument. But every song is different with different notes. So sometimes they even have to look to see what's next. And so I'm saying this to you because you have to take the time to learn what foods serve your body best and what foods harm your body. That's living healthy. And when you do that, and I'm going to help you do that if you stay tuned to this channel, then you're going to learn that it's okay to experiment with foods because what works for somebody else may not work for you. And so just like a musician who has to learn how to play the guitar, you can't expect to know what's right for you if you don't take some time to learn. What people like to do is react to what's on social media or what their friend tells them. But just because something worked for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Every one of our bodies is different. I'm Italian. If somebody told me that I couldn't eat pasta for the rest of my life, I would be miserable. So that's part of this third mindset thing. Let go of dieting and embrace, I want to get healthy and I want to learn what healthy is for me. And I want to be able to eat the foods that I love. And I'm going to give myself permission once in a while to eat those foods, but I'm going to make better choices the next day. I'm going to trust myself to do that. So harm, excessive calorie restriction. Most women should never have less than 1,200 calories a day. And that really is for smaller women. The taller you get, you got to look at, you may need, if you're at 300 pounds right now, you may be needing to eat a 2,000 calorie diet and then go down over time. So don't calorie restrict. Second, eat more processed foods. Eat less processed foods, eat more whole foods. And third, please change your mindset. You don't want to be putting bad foods in your car and have a mindset that says that that's okay because you're on a diet. You want to give yourself permission to enjoy the foods you love in moderation. So with that, I'm going to sign off. And I'm going to give you a challenge this week. And your challenge is, I want you to write today, if you can, in the comments, what is the one food that you have the most trouble with? Is it sugar? Are you addicted to sugar? Are you a fiend of chocolate? Whatever it is. And if you do that and leave a comment, then I'm going to give you, I have bonus content, a worksheet, and I'm going to give that to you that has a lot of information in there about sugar and other facts about how to lose weight and live healthy. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I wish you well. Peace. Till next Monday. Hope to see you then.